Still, be quiet. Roll the front shoulders back. Feel the sides of the neck even and the face soft. Feel the height of the body. Feel the width of the body. The head straight, the neck straight. With each inhalation, bringing more and more freedom to the chest, an inner firmness. And with each exhalation, relax the nerves, making the brain cells calm and quiet. Being fully part of this happening in the body, the touch of the breath of the body. And now bending the elbows and bringing the palms together in front of the chest. Keep the shoulder blades gently pressing in, supporting the opening of this chest. And keep using the inhalation to lengthen the front spine and the exhalation to soften, to quieten. Create an expansive firmness inside, a placing of the inner body, and the breath, the energy, creating a density. And now, keeping the chest lifted, gently drop the chin down towards the chest. And with this gesture, surrender the brain to the heart. Being stable in yourselves with this quietness, gently release the hands now to the thighs and open the eyes. So let us start now with our asanas. So moving whatever it was that you were sitting on, and our first pose will be Yoga Mudrasana in Virasana. The big toes are touching, the knees are apart. Pull the skin of the kneecaps up to release the pressure on the knees. Stretch the front waist and begin to walk the fingertips forward, keeping the arms straight and the front spine long. Absorbing the root of the thighs into the hips. Keep walking the fingertips forward, stretching the arms. Keep looking between the hands. The head should be the last thing to drop down. Just place the legs, the hips, the arms, the trunk. Keep rolling the inner elbows, the eyes of the elbows up to the sky. Feel the shoulders move away from the ears with this gesture. And then allow the forehead to come to the floor. Notice how I just have my fingertips down and the palms lifted. In this way, the fingers can become more pressurized and the arms can lift up higher from the floor. We become more aware of the elbow, squeezing it straight and rolling the shoulders away from the ears, beginning to feel the armpit skin stretching. Keep puffing the armpit out, stretching it, verticalizing it, horizontalizing it, until you begin to feel the side waists of the trunk stretching, pushing the buttocks back. And now coming onto your hands and knees and coming into our first Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, keep looking between your hands. The head is the last thing to go down. Keep the knees bent for now as you stretch the arms, as you press the back ribs in, and then allow the head to come down, and then slowly begin to straighten the legs. And as you straighten the legs, push the buttock bones to the sky and make sharp points with the buttock bones. Feel them separate and apart from each other, broadening and lifting to the sky. Broaden the backs of the legs, squeeze the knees straight, push the shins back. Keep stretching to the arms, pushing away from the heels of the hands, squeezing your elbows straight, keeping the shoulders broad, the sides of the neck even, and trying to press from the back body so that the front chest opens more and more to the front thighs. Lifting the buttocks higher. And now stepping the feet forward and finding Uttanasana, with the feet together, the fingertips on the floor by the side of the feet. Inhale, look up, stretch the arms, lengthen the front spine. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Firm the roots of the thighs as you exhale and come forward to Uttanasana. Check, have your kneecaps dropped. Pull your kneecaps up, your quadricep muscles up until you feel the roots of the thighs being absorbed into the hip sockets. Push the buttocks to the sky, keep the broadness coming to the buttock bones, and press the back ribs in to press the front body open to the thighs. And then inhale, look up, and come up and find Tadasana. Shoulders rolled back, legs firm. Deep inhalation and deep exhalation. Coming now to our first standing pose, Prasarita Padottanasana. So make the legs very wide, turn the toes in and lift the inner arches of the feet, the inner ankles, so you're pushing in the outside edges of the feet. Inhale, look up, shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the inner walls of the sternum, And exhale, and coming forward, bring the fingertips to the floor and come all the way down straight into the pose, crown of the head towards the floor, walking the hands back so that they're in line with the heels. Keep pushing firmly into the outside edges of your feet, lifting the inner arches of the feet to do this, and rolling over the front of the foot to push and find the outer edges of the feet. Feel the firmness that comes to the legs, the broadness that comes to the sit bones. Keep the forearms perpendicular to the floor, the elbows parallel, the upper arms parallel, the sides of the neck even, and the trapezius muscles moving down the back, towards the hips, towards the sky. Keep the thighs rolling in towards each other, broad in the backs of the thighs, lift the buttocks. And now inhale, look up, walk the fingertips forward until the hands are underneath the shoulders. Stretch the arms, stretch the legs. And now turning from here to Parshvottanasana. So turn the left foot in and the right foot all the way to the front. So the hips now face the short edge of the mat. The hands are on each side of the foot and begin to walk the hands forward, stretching the arms to stretch the waist. Drawing the femur bone of the right thigh into the right hip socket, rolling the back leg in and pushing into the back heel firmly. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Relax the face, but keep the body alert, have that presence everywhere. Keep rolling the left pelvis to the right. And then inhale, look up. Walking back through the front, through Prasarita Padottanasana. And now coming to the left, Parshvottanasana. So turning the right foot in and the left foot forward. The hips are now facing the other edge of the mat. And begin to walk the fingertips forward as you exhale the chest, the forehead down to the shin. Keep the back leg firm, roll the back thigh in and push into your back heel firmly. Draw the front, the left kneecap up, the left thigh bone, the quadricep muscle up, and integrate the femur bone into the hip socket. Keep stretching the arms to stretch the waist. And then inhale, look up, walking back through Prasarita Padottanasana. Make sure the feet are wide. Turn the toes in, push into the outside edges of the feet as you come into Prasarita Padottanasana. Redraw both of the femur bones evenly and equally into the hip sockets, and with this penetrate the buttock bones from inside and push them to the sky. Press the back ribs in. Have a smooth breath. Now walking the fingertips forward, coming again to Parshvottanasana on the right-hand side, so turning the left foot all the way in, the right foot forward. Stretch the arms. Find the firmness in the legs, connect with the back heel, pushing into the back heel as the back leg rolls in. Left pelvis to the right. And now walking the fingertips forward, allow yourselves to come forward over that front leg. Keep the right kneecap drawn up the right leg. Keep the back thigh pushing back. And keep stretching the arms, stretching the armpit skin, stretching the waists of the trunk. Then inhaling, looking up, coming through Prasarita Padottanasana. And coming to the left, Parshvottanasana. The right leg is now your back leg. Turn it in completely. Roll the right pelvis to the left so the hips turn more to face the short edge of the mat. And begin to walk the fingertips forward as you draw the left kneecap and the left quadricep muscles up the left thigh bone into the left hip socket. Relax your face and observe a smooth breath so the brain stays quiet. Keep the arms stretched, the fingertips alert, and try to stretch the skin of the armpits, the skin of the waist of the trunk, and press the back ribs in. Then inhale, looking up, coming back through Prasarita Padottanasana. Turn the toes in, the heels out, lift the inner arches of the feet, push into the outside edges of the feet. Draw both kneecaps up, the quadricep muscles up, firmly into the hip sockets, lift the buttock bones, broaden them apart, and press the heels of the hands into the floor to stabilize, to bring the elbows parallel towards each other. Keeping the neck energy clear, space between the shoulders and the ears, and the face soft. Inhale now, look up, bring the fingertips forward so they're underneath the shoulders, and now turn the heels in, the toes in, until you can comfortably stand up and bring the feet together to Tadasana. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation, before bringing the arms forward, interlocking the fingers, Parasvatasana in Vajrasana, and stretching the arms up to the sky. Move the tailbone forward, the buttocks forward so the lumbar doesn't overarch, and stretch the front waist. Go for a verticalness that moves both down and up at the same time. And exhale, release. Refine Tadasana, make an imprint of neutrality, of centralness. Then bring the arms again. Change the interlock of the fingers, turn the palms out, and bring the arms back up to Parasvatasana in Tadasana. Keep the feet alert, the legs alert, the tailbone moving forward, and try to stretch the waist, stretch the armpits, stretch the arms, push up through the heels of the hands. Keep reaching down and up. Exhaling and releasing, refinding Tadasana. Soften the face and stabilize the neck. And now Vrikshasana, tree pose, lifting the right leg up, placing the sole of the right foot on the inner left thigh as high as you can towards the groin. Roll the right abdomen to the left, away from that bent leg. The shoulders back, the chest open. Now bring the arms in front of you and lifting the arms up to Urdhva Hastasana, finding the balance, keeping the openness of that inner right knee moving to the outer knee, the tailbone moving forward, the root of the left thigh firm. Stretch your waist, stretch your arms, move the shoulders down, creating space between the ear and the shoulder. Even as the arms stretch up, a valley is being created. Press the back ribs in to open the chest. Keep stretching through the fingertips. And exhale, bring the arms down. Release the leg and refind Tadasana. Soften the face, soften the ears, the eyes. Coming to the other side now. So lifting the left leg up and placing the sole of the foot as high as you can on the right inner thigh. Pushing the inner knee to the outer knee and rolling the left abdomen to the right, away from the bent leg. Finding that stability, rolling the shoulders back. Bring the arms in front, preparing to lift them to Urdhva Hastasana. As you lift, move the trapezius muscles down, so there's space between the ears and the shoulders, a valley, a deepening valley. Keep stretching the arms up, stretching the armpits, buttocks forward, back ribs in, lift the chest, lift the side ribs, lift the sternum. Exhale, bring the arms down, and release, coming straight to Tadasana. Have presence in both of your feet, lengthen the collarbones, creating a thoughtfulness. And now coming to Uttanasana with the feet together at the front of the mats. Refine the firmness of the roots of the thighs, the broadness of the backs of the legs, and press the back ribs in to open the chest to the thighs. Even breath. And from here, stepping back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Charge the arms, charge the legs. Firm the joints of the body. Lift the buttock bones higher. Push the front thighs back over and over again so you feel a new broadness coming to the backs of the thighs. And press the chest open to the front thighs. Inhale, look up, and exhale, jump forward, back to Uttanasana. Feet together, fingertips on the floor. But this time, walk the fingertips forward till they're right underneath the shoulders, and stretching the front waist, lift the right leg up to the sky behind you. The toes turning down to the sky, Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Now bring the torso forward, and with your right hand, reach and hold the back of the left heel. Now press the back ribs in to open the chest to that standing leg as you lift the right leg higher, higher, stretch the legs, squeeze the knees straight, push out through the ball of the foot, spread the toes, and exhale and release. Once again, Uttanasana with the fingertips underneath the shoulders, stabilize, stretch the front spine, and now begin to lift the left leg. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana, toes facing down. Now begin to bring the torso towards the standing right leg with the left hand, hold the back of the heel. Stabilize, draw the root of the thigh into the hip. Stretch the left leg higher and higher, squeeze the knee, push up through the foot. Press the back ribs in to press the body down. Keep lifting the leg up, the foot alert, spread the toes, the knees straight. And exhale, release, and refind Uttanasana. Wrapping both hands now around the backs of the heels. Keep the roots of the thighs firm, the kneecaps drawn up as you press the body towards the thighs. Relax the neck, relax the face, and requieten the brain. Inhale, look up, fingertips back to the floor, sternum forward. Once again, Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana, lifting the right leg. Keep lifting and extending, keeping the inner knee squeezed and straight. Preparing now to bring the torso down, reach with the right hand behind the left heel. Move the trapezius muscles away from the ears so you keep that space. Keep charging the legs, lifting. Feel the energy of the abdomen go up the back leg. And exhale and release. Preparing for the other side. Begin to lift the left leg. Keep the inner knees straight, the legs charged. Begin to bring the torso closer, and with the left hand reach for the back of that right heel. Draw the right femur bone into the hip socket. Lift that left leg higher. Feel the abdomen going up with the ascending leg as you press the back ribs in. And then exhale and release. Uttanasana, both hands behind the heels. Draw the kneecaps up, the quadricep muscles up. Push down into the feet to make the legs ascend upwards. And pull yourselves closer, elbows coming to the side, torso broad. Then inhale, look up, place the hands on the mat, and step back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Stretch the arms, stretch the legs. Push the front thighs back, push the buttock bones to the sky. Push yourselves firmly and evenly away from both heels of the hands. Squeeze the elbows, broaden the shoulders. And now coming forward, finding Chaturanga Dandasana. The legs firm. From here, finding Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Front shoulders rolled back. Push the sternum forward. Tailbone down. And back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Refirm the elbows, the knees. Lift the buttock bones higher to the sky. Make the body come alive everywhere. And coming forward again now. Chaturanga Dandasana. Front shoulders lifted. Legs firm. Coming forward to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Press into the heels of the hands to lift the side walls of the chest higher. Roll the shoulders back, sternum forward. Back to Chaturanga Dandasana. And from here to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Use the verbal cues to help connect more and more deeply into the pose, to move more deeply even when we feel tiredness. Lift the buttock bones higher. Squeeze the elbows, squeeze the knees. Broaden, push, stretch. And now coming down onto your knees. Forehead to the floor, sit back on the heels, child's pose. With an exhalation, release, relax completely into the floor. Then bring the hands behind the back for some shoulder openers, interlocking the fingers together, lift the arms up to the sky. Use the inhalation to lift the hands up higher towards the sky, and the exhalation to bring the hands closer to the floor behind the head. And now exhale, release, change the interlock of the fingers, and again lifting the arms up, try to roll the front shoulders back. Lifting the arms higher, bringing them over, slowly getting into the upper back, to the shoulders, keeping the sides of the neck even. And then exhaling, release the arms back down to the floor. And now rolling up to Seated Vajrasana. And from here, coming again to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Re-stretch your arms, re-stretch your legs. And then exhale, come again to Chaturanga. And with that firmness, come forward to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Press the back ribs in to push the sternum forward, front shoulders back. Coming back to Chaturanga Dandasana, firmness in the legs. And back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Spread your fingers, firm the joints. Broaden the shoulders, have that space between the ear and the shoulders. And now bending the knees and jump forward to Uttanasana. Feet together, taking hold of the backs of the heels, pulling yourselves forward and reintegrating firmly the roots of the thighs into the hip sockets. Now bending the knees, fingertips to the floor, as if there was an imaginary chair behind you. Utkatasana. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep the knees bent, the shin bones moving back. Press into the heels, lift your toes up. Stretch the arms, stretch the waist. And exhale, come forward to Uttanasana. And now from here, bending the knees and jumping back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretch the arms, stretch the legs, lift the buttocks, stretch the waist, press the chest open. Firmness, strength, aliveness everywhere. And coming again forward to Chaturanga Dandasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Press the tailbone down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stabilize, centralize. Make the body alive everywhere, more and more alertness. And from here, with an exhalation, come straight to upward dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Shoulders rolled back, tailbone down. Charge the legs, press into the tops of the feet firmly. Push the sternum forward. And exhale back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. keeping that firmness, keeping that presence. And again, exhaling straight to Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Press down into the hands to ascend up with the trunk, roll the shoulders back, and exhale again back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the buttocks to the sky. Straighten the elbows, straighten the knees, push the front thighs back. And with an exhalation, straight back to upward dog. Move the hips closer and closer to the hands. Roll the front shoulders back and push the sternum forward and up, forward and up. And exhale again back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sharpen the buttock bones, lift them higher, stretch the arms, stretch the legs. See if the head will come closer and closer to the floor, so much the chest is getting opened. And then exhale, bring the knees to the floor, forehead to the floor, and we find child's pose. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation, soften the front thighs, soften the abdomen, the face, the neck, coming to shoulder openers, bringing the hands behind the back, interlocking those fingers, and lifting the arms back up. Keep the sides of the neck even as you turn the torso to the left and bring the arms over now to the right. Press the top shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, into the body as you roll the front of that left shoulder back. And now bring the arms back to the middle. Bring the torso to the right and bring the arms now over to the left. Press the top shoulder blade, the right shoulder blade in as you roll the front of the right shoulder open, stretching the arms. Bring the arms back to the middle. And exhale, release to the floor. Relax again the groins, the hips, the abdomen, the face. And now shoulder openers on the other side. So changing the interlock of the fingers behind the back, lifting the arms back up, rolling the front shoulders back, clearing that space, and then moving the torso to the left as you bring the arms over to the right. Keep stretching the arms, pulling the hands away from you, pressing the dorsal spine forward, then bring the arms back to the middle, and now turning the torso to the right, bring the arms over to the left. And re-stretch the arms, feel the front shoulders rolling back, the collarbones lengthening. Relax the groins, relax the abdomen. Press the dorsal spine forward, open the chest. Then bring the arms back up, exhale, release to the floor. Relax the neck, the ears, the jaw, the tongue. With an exhalation, release completely into the ground. And then slowly, gently rolling up, lower back, middle back, upper back, finding seated Vajrasana. And from here coming to Gomukhasana in Vajrasana. So bending the right arm behind you, placing the hand between the shoulder blades. Lift the left arm up and take hold, reach for the fingertips, the hand, the wrist, whatever your body allows you to reach. Keep lifting the chest, but moving the tailbone forward so the lumbar doesn't become overarched, and try to press the dorsal spine forward. Stretch the left elbow tip to the sky so you verticalize the left armpit skin. And then exhale, releasing. Breathe, feel the difference in the one shoulder to the other before we come to the other side. Gomukhasana now on the left, bringing the left hand behind, lifting the right arm up, and joining, reaching what you can between the shoulder blades, pressing against the dorsal spine. Now begin to move that right elbow tip up to the sky and back until you feel a vertical stretch in the right armpit. Press the sternum forward, make sure the lumbar doesn't become overarched. Move the tailbone forward and stretch the front waist, stretch the abdominal cavity. And exhale, release, back to Vajrasana. Come now onto your hands and knees, and cross your left knee completely behind your right, and come and sit between your feet. If this is too intense on your hips, you can take that support you had for your seated meditation, blanket block, and sit on that to give some height. And then stretching your front waist, so creating length, keeping length in the front trunk, begin to exhale forward to Yoga Mudrasana in Gomukhasana 3. Keep walking the fingertips forward and stretching the arms, rolling the inner elbows up to the sky so the shoulders stay broad away from the ears. And as you stretch the arms, see how can you create more length in the left front waist, the right front waist. Use the exhale to relax the groins, the hips, to feel the musculature broaden, the skin fiber broaden. And then allow the head to come down. Move the trapezius muscles away from the ears. The back muscles flowing down the back. Before inhaling, looking up and turning now to the right, coming to Parshva Yoga Mudrasana in Gomukhasana 3. So stretch your left arm forward, The right elbow is bent, so the right hand is on the floor, and with that bent elbow you have more pressure to turn and twist to the right. And the left arm brings the length. Keep stretching forward, turning, twisting to the right. And now bending your arms, bending your elbows, press the palms together to come into a full parivrita. Use the pressure of the palms to twist more. Press the back ribs in. Roll the left abdomen to the right. Roll the left lung to the right. And now continuing this, if you can, reach the right arm around right behind you and see if you can take hold of the inner thigh with your fingertips. The left arm is still bent. The upper triceps are pressing against the thigh to twist. And then exhale, release. Come back onto the hands and knees. Uncross the legs and change sides. So right knee now behind the left, widen the feet apart and sit on the bolster on the floor. Stretch the front waists and begin to come forward to Yoga Mudrasan in Gomukhasana 3. Walking the fingertips slowly forward so that you can keep that length in the front waist. If you go all the way forward, you'll lose length and it's hard to recuperate that once you're down. Keep rolling the inner eyes of the elbows up to the sky so the shoulders stay broad and moving the trapezius muscles away from the ears, clearing the neck energy, keeping the cervical spine long. With the exhalations, relax the hips, the groins, the abdomen, and keep walking the fingertips forward. Walking the fingertips forward, stretching the armpits, stretching the trunk, bringing length to the area that has congestion. And now turning and twisting to the left. So the right arm is doing the stretching, the left arm is bent, and the fingertips are pressing to help you turn and twist to the left. Stretching forward, twisting to the left, stretching forward, twisting to the left. Keep the face relaxed, the brain quiet. And now bending the elbows, you're going to press the palms together. The right tricep is pressing against the thigh. The palms are pressing to turn and twist. Right abdomen to the left. Right lung to the left, rolling, turning to the sky. Use the exhalation to create more twist. And now winding that left arm around behind you, seeing if you can reach with the fingertips for the inner edge of the thigh to have something to hook on. The right tricep against the other thigh, pressing, turning, shoulders back, back ribs in. Try to lift the sternum. And exhale and release. Coming back onto your hands and knees, uncrossing your legs. And now turning your toes under. Let's stretch the feet out, the roots of the toes out a little bit, and come into Vajrasana with the toes turned under. Now bringing both hands behind the back, coming into Paschimottanasana Namaskar, the palms pressing against each other. Roll your front shoulders back and try to have all of the palms pressing against each other, from the roots of the palms all the way up through to the fingertips. Find the parts that are missing. Roll the shoulders back, the elbows pressing back to press the front chest open, and stretch the front waist away from the roots of the thighs. Press the roots of the thighs down and lift the front waist up. Feel the length coming to the front spine. Head back so it's relaxed. And then exhale, release, and we find Vajrasana with the arms. Now releasing the legs and coming to sit on your mat and spreading the feet to the corners of the mat as you lie down to a very mini Shavasana. Allow your legs to roll open. Roll the shoulders back so the palms are really turned open to the sky, and have the sides of the neck even. Just stabilize. And now bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. You're going to lift your right leg up and hook your right leg over your left leg, and then wind the foot around behind the left calf, Garudasana. Now go ahead and bring the legs over to the left in a twist. So a twisting supine Garudasana, the right arm is stretched to the right, and you're rolling your left abdomen to the right, looking down the length of the right arm. Keep pressing the back ribs in and the front shoulders back, keeping the chest broad. Keep rolling and twisting with each exhalation, rolling the left abdomen to the right. And then exhale, release, and unwind the legs and have the feet on the floor to change sides. So now the left leg will lift up and come right over the right leg, and you'll wind the foot behind the right calf, bringing the legs down to the right as you extend the left arm to the left. Twisting supine Garudasana. As you twist, keep rolling your right abdomen to your left, your right lung to your left, Press the back ribs in, keep the chest open, and keep turning and looking down the length of the left arm. Allow the face to be soft, to observe the twisting, the motion, the breath everywhere in the body. And exhale, release, and uncross the legs. Roll the shoulders back, palms open to the sky. Now lifting the right leg up, let's recross the right leg over the left thigh, and then wind the foot around behind the left calf, and bring the knees down to the left, stretching the right arm to the side. With an exhalation, roll the left abdomen to the right. Press the back ribs in to open the chest. Keep using the exhalation to turn, to twist to the right more and more. And now, coming to the next part of this pose, keeping the legs as they are, roll the torso towards the bent knees, to the left. Place both palms on the floor and move the feet a little bit further away from you to lengthen the legs even as they're crossed. Now turning and twisting to the left more and more, trying to stabilize, centralize the chest to the back of the mat. Shoulders back, space in the neck, press, turn, elbows in, twisting, turning. And then exhale and release. Lie back down on the floor on your back and uncross your legs. Stabilize, neutralize. Before changing sides, lifting the left leg up now and crossing the left leg over the right, winding the foot behind the calf and bringing the knees down to the right as you stretch the arm to the left-hand side. With an exhalation, roll the right abdomen to the left, press the back ribs in, open the chest and re-stretch that arm. Find your maximum turningness. Now keeping the legs as they are, you're going to roll towards the legs, turning, placing both hands on the floor and with the hands pressing to turn the chest more and more open to the floor. Try to lengthen the legs a little bit while still keeping them crossed. Keep turning, twisting, rolling the right shoulder back, pressing into the palms, elbows in. And then exhale and release. Uncross the legs and come back to the floor. Stabilize, roll the shoulders back, palms open. Before bending the right leg, and with your right hand holding the right big toe with the first two fingers, Supta Padangusthasana 1, the left leg is still bent. Draw that right leg closer and closer towards you and see if both hands can now hold the foot, and draw the leg as close as you can towards you. Lift the head up, bring the forehead to the shin, and then exhale and release. Changing sides, Supta Padangusthasana 1, holding the big toe first with the left hand. Find the straightness of the leg. Broad in the back of the knee, broad in the back of the thighs. You bring the leg closer and see if you can reach with both hands. Bring the forehead to the shin, stretch the leg, pull the leg closer. And exhale, release. Back down to the floor. Relax the face. Now lift your right leg up. Wind your right arm around inside the right leg and reach around for the outside edge of the foot with the hand. Begin to pull the front thigh down to the floor, roll the right abdomen to the left, and with your hand pull the edge of the foot down as you push the foot up to the sky against the hand. Deep in the groin. And then exhale and release. Left leg now. Lifting the left leg up, wind the left arm around inside the left leg, reach around behind the calf and take hold of the outside edge of the foot. Then begin to draw the front thigh, the knee towards the floor. Roll your left abdomen to your right, away from that bent leg. And with your hand, pull the outside edge of the foot down as you press up with the sole of the foot to the sky. Feel the groin deepening, the pubic bone widening, the abdomen broadening. And then release the leg and place the foot back down on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, palms open to the sky, and stretch the legs straight and find Supta Tadasana. Make sure the buttocks are moving towards the heels so the lumbar is long. Press the roots of the thighs down, keep the backs of the legs well stretched. The front spine long and the shoulders rolling back, the chest open. Bending the right knee again towards you, using your left hand to help you now. Try to bring the leg right behind the shoulder and see if the foot will come behind the neck. Really nestle yourself in there as much as you can. Try to get the leg right behind the back, and if the foot comes behind the head, bring the palms together underneath the chin and try to lift the chin up. Keep the left leg straight, the heel alert on the floor, and then release the leg and refine Supta Tadasana. Move the buttocks towards the heels to release any tension in the back. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe. Neutralize. Coming to the left side now. So the left leg lifts. Use the right arm to help you to get it right behind the left back, the left shoulder, the head. And see if the foot can hold the neck. Now bringing the palms together if possible. See if the chin can lift. Press the back ribs in. Open the chest. And press the right heel, the stretched leg, the right heel firmly down into the ground. So the root of the thigh starts to move away, pressing down to the ground. And then releasing the leg and come back and find Supta Tadasana. Moving the buttocks towards the heels, rolling the shoulders back ribs pressing in, palms turned open to the sky. Now bending both knees towards the chest, wind both of your arms around inside the legs. See if you can really hook the shoulders on the insides of the knees and see if the ankles will cross behind the head or above the head. Just do the best you can. Reach with your arms, see if your hands will join behind your back. Use the head pressure to press the feet down. Imagine someone sitting on your buttocks, pressing your buttocks down. Try to find length in the torso, openness in the sternum. Keep the face soft, the cheek muscles soft, the tongue passive. Feel the groin opening, broad in the abdomen. Relax the abdomen. And now changing the cross of the legs. See if you can nestle a little bit deeper on the other side. Get a few more centimeters in there. Again, holding the hands behind the back if possible, or just reaching, getting that sensation, using the arms to help press the thighs down. Imagine a weight is on your buttocks, pressing the buttocks to the floor. And with this action, press the back body up to the front body. Open the front chest as much as you can. Try to find length in the waist, even in this contortion, and relax the face and quieten the brain. Then release the legs, and bringing the legs on the floor into supine Baddha Konasana, the heels close to the groin. Make sure the buttocks are moving towards the heels, the sacrum is moving towards the heels, and the shoulders are rolled back. Relax the groins, relax the hips. With your hands, again, manually move your buttocks down towards your heels so that you get that extra support on the lower lumbar spine. And with that comes an extra softness in the abdominal cavity. Allow the breath to penetrate again, build delicacy through the breath in this supine asana, creating a thoughtfulness in the restoration, a thoughtful evenness. Draw the ears in towards each other, relax the brain. And now bringing the legs back up, and then rolling over onto the right-hand side and coming up to sitting. So our last pose now, Vipariti Karani. We're going to be lying down with our feet up against a wall. So just come in as close as you can to the wall, swing your legs up the wall, extend your arms out to the side, and then separate your feet so they're hip distance apart, and let the legs roll open so the legs can completely relax. Make sure the front shoulders are rolling back and the trapezius muscles are moving down the back and the palms are open to the sky. Relax completely the face and close the eyes and allow yourselves to go with the flow of gravity, supported by the ground, supported by the wall. Sinking deeply, letting go, letting loose. Resting in that soft and gentle awareness. Everything is receding, receding backwards. The abdomen also is receding and resting against the spine. The eyes are receding backwards. The brain also is receding away from the inner edges of the skull. And everywhere there's a soft and gentle aeration, a purification, a restoration. Observing this freedom in the outer body, in the inner body, in the inner channels of the body. Allow it, enjoy it, observe it. The breath spreading like water evenly through all of the body. Resting, resting, going with gravity. Everything moving through that peaceful state. The body, the mind, the breath, becoming peaceful. And now, slowly, gently, preparing to exit. So bending the knees and having the soles of the feet on the wall. And then slowly, gently rolling over to the right-hand side, supporting the right-hand side of the skull with the right hand. The body is still passive, but awareness is rising back to the surface to include this external world. And then slowly, gently, pushing yourself back up to sitting, opening the eyes, and welcome back to your days, to your lives. Thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this practice, that you feel energized, and I hope that we practice again together soon. Namaste.